Hi guys. Hello. I have a different kind of setup today. Hang on, let me mic check. Beep boop. I have a different kind of setup today. Hang on, let me mic check. Beep boop. Oh, it's coming out of my. Oh, it's coming out of my. Okay. Okay. Round two. Sorry. Mic check. Beep boop. Beep boop. Sorry. Mic check. Beep boop. Beep boop. Sorry. Mic check. Beep boop. I always feel like I can't hear me. I always feel like I can't hear me. I always feel like I can't hear me. Nope, I could hear me just fine then. Just fine. Nope, I could hear me. I'm hearing so many beep boops and repeats. Hi, sir and lady. How are you guys today? I can hear myself reverberating too. I think I'm okay volume wise. But welcome. Today's gonna be a little different. This is what I wanted to do on Thursday, but I didn't quite. I wasn't feeling well on Thursday, to be honest. It was just I knew it was going to be a struggle, and I just didn't. I just didn't feel it. So I'm very sorry, but I'm here today, and I'll try to make it up on Thursday or tomorrow with our gaming stream, so we can go ahead and start our next game since we beat Easy Delivery Co last time. So, but yeah, it was definitely a struggle, and it's still not great. What is this shadow? What is this shadow? What's casting that? Whew. I can't tell. It doesn't matter. Oh, it's my brushes, I think. It is my brushes. Cool. Okay. Yeah, there's no fixing that. Okay, so here's the situation. I am at my desk. All of my everything important is here. Um and I don't want it to get disgusting with paint, which it probably will. It really probably will. I'm so chaotic. I'm very sorry. But I've covered it with like this. Hopefully, that'll help a little bit. But I mean, it's already I already have paint on most of my shit anyway. So because I do paint at my desk for the most part. Um, but today, since this is just gonna be like kind of a for frenzy stream, well, not really. It's a test to make sure this is working and everything works out for me the way that I need it to. So, I decided today to do a master study instead of something new, because I didn't actually have anything planned today. But I've been wanting to do this study for a minute. I feel like it's a canon event in most artists' lives to try to paint the Starry Night from Van Gogh. And I really want one. I want to do like an actual really, really nice painting of it. But today is just a study. So it's not supposed to be nice. It's not supposed to look spot on. It's just me figuring out how he put that on his canvas. And I can already tell you one thing that most people have missed is that his canvas was toned tan. Uh, and maybe I can pull the picture up further. Nope, it's locked. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to upset OBS. So anyway, if you look at my reference image in the very left corner there, you can see like that tan color. So the whole thing, if you look at a high definition picture of this painting, you will see like the tan in between some of the lines. So I've toned my canvas already with gray because I hate white canvas. I don't work with white canvas. I just don't. White canvas is ugly. It is so ugly. Anyway, I also recently, I thought I grabbed it, but I didn't. So this past year, I learned a lot about painting, mainly just by playing around with it. But recently, I've had the opportunity to hang out with a couple of like actual like masters kind of, and I've been like hearing and picking up on some of the things that they do. But one of the things I did last year was I found gesso, and not for like gesso. I thought gesso was just another medium like acrylic and watercolor, and it technically is, but most people use gesso to prime their canvases. It makes it really it makes it oh man, what's wrong with me today? I'm not sick. I don't understand. It is really cold, and my body does not react well to the cold. We're about to get that huge cold snap. But anyway, so gesso makes this like, yeah. See, it's not completely dry. Anyway, it makes your canvas smooth. If you were doing white, it would be just this nice like matte white, almost like the staccatos that they show you in like art class and stuff that were on the wall of like, oh, like Rome and Greek and stuff. But anyway, it's really nice. It feels nice. Putting paint on it is very nice. It's just so smooth. Um, the other thing I found, and I did bring that because I use it straight out of the bottle. So this is a, let's see, flow medium. And what it does is you mix a little, you don't have to mix a lot. You mix a little bit with your acrylic, like in your palette, and it makes it more like viscous. Not like wet watercolors, but it's not as like thick, so when you put it on the painting, it goes on more smooth. And as like an illustrative artist, most of my stuff is like, I like my lines to be smooth and perfect and everything has to look nice. This this is what I was missing. This was my frustration with my paintings was that I'm mostly an acrylic painter, and acrylic paint, it dries really easy, it dries really fast, and it puts down thick on your canvas. And trying to do like precise little lines or dots or like details with that is hard. It's just hard because of the way that it moves on the canvas. I don't really know how else to explain it. If you've worked with acrylic, you know what I'm talking about. So this changed my whole game. This flow medium, and it's not expensive. It's it's amazing. You guys see. You'll just see. Okay, so I did gesso. Um, I got my rag. I'm not using anything fancy. This is my basic palette. When I put my stuff, or when I put my paint in here, I'll add just a little bit of the flow medium in the top. I'll show you, or maybe you can't really see it, but you know how like when you buy things, they usually have that like seal over top of it. Instead of completely taking off the seal, I poke a hole in it with like a needle or a safety pin. So I can just like pour it from the bottle very, very slowly instead of it just all coming out all at once from the bottle. So that way it's easier to control how much you're putting in these little wells of paint. Because I usually don't like palettes with wells in them. It's hard to clean. The paint gets in the corners. Like you can see the paint in the corners, and that's frustrating. Because sometimes that paint will like muddy your paint. It'll add that color and it'll mess it up. So, but with the flow medium, the wells work better. But if I were to, you know, shit on the canvas because I'm showing shit off. Anyway, if I'm going to take something from the well palette and like mix it, I will mix it on one of these. So, and I like the see-through palettes much better than the just using something flat like this, because you see like the true color technically. Because when you're mixing colors in the well, your eyes are going to be tricked by the color of the well no matter what. So it's not blending with the color, it's just because the well is naturally, the light is reflecting off of this color onto the paint that you're mixing, and it's going to affect the way that you see that color. So if you're doing mixing, especially if it's just a little bit, mix it on the see-through palette. Oh, hey, it says hello! Welcome to the stream! It's my first art stream. I'm going over my supplies, I suppose. Since it is my first art stream. I'm going to show off this as well, I guess. So this is my, oh, I lost like half my fucking paintbrushes. Anyway, this is my little Cleany art well thingy. It holds most of the paintbrushes I use, which I'll probably take them off. But it's going off my desk. I usually have a little, like a shelf or something over here that I can put this on, so that way I don't want water on my desk. I don't want a container of water on my desk. Everything I love is on this desk. So, and I'm very clumsy, or the cats will come up here and knock shit over. So, getting paint water all over my desk would just be a catastrophe. So I'm just not even going to let that little piece of chaos sit over there. It's just not going to happen. So my smaller paintbrushes can sit here. No, little paintbrush. The sides are still wet. So I just said this before I started streaming. Um, it's been about an hour now, which is why I'm late. But I wanted it to dry a little more, and it's just not. And you can see this big, ugly mark in the center. You see it? That's my stupid fingerprint. Because I was trying to figure out if the gesso was dry or not. So, and then I did want to point out that the setup I have now is temporary. I don't know. I've been trying to do research on how people do their art streams, and I don't know with the way that I have my setup how best that's going to work out. I would like to have like a face cam so you can see me too, but this is what works right now, and I just wanted to go ahead and start it. So, anyway, now that I've talked a ton. Oh, wait, one more thing since you're here. I just got a new Tamagotchi. I wanted to show it. Ta-da! It's a Tamagotchi. It's one of the new ones. It's got the little spinny dial thing. Okay. But look at the spinny dial. It lets you, like, zoom in. So you zoom in on your planet. And then you can... Oh, no, he has poops. You can zoom in on your little dude. You can super zoom in on your little dude. He upset, but that's okay. I'll take care of him whenever we break. Oh. Anyway, I'm super excited. I did a bunch of research on it. Cause I got one and freaking, so the last one I got was the Tamagotchi on or Connect, and its whole thing was that it connected to an app, and then they killed the app like maybe a year after I got it, so it was almost useless. But hang on, move this out of the way. This new one that I got, it's bloop. It doesn't need an app. And it's more, honestly, it reminded me a bit more like Pokemon. Which was the whole reason that I, like, got it. Because it's less like, it's less about, like, accessorizing your Tama and taking care of your Tama. And it's more about, like, exploring the land there. And you have, like, almost like a Pokedex. It's pretty dang cute. But I wanted something a little bit more, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't have time to take care of a baby. I don't want another baby. So it's less like taking care of a baby and more like taking care of a Pokemon or a Digimon or something. Which, honestly, Bandai makes Tamagotchi. Like, Bandai's name's all over the back of it. So I don't understand why they don't do... Oh, my goodness. There's so much of that. I hate this yellow. This is like the worst yellow. Okay. I don't know if it's because it's this Liquid Basics. Do I have anything else that's basics? Oh, I don't. Oh, maybe it's his brand. I think this is the same yellow I've been using since college. It's awful. It's just terrible yellow. It comes out terrible. So I might have to mix something with the yellow to make it a little better. Okay. Is that all the colors I gathered? It's the same color. Fluorescent blue. What is this? What is this? What is this? Sky blue. Oh, it's another Liquid X. No, no, no. I'm just not. We just won't. Let's not. Okay. So, I do need something small for mixing. We'll use this. Okay. Here, and this, I'll show you what I meant with the flow medium. So instead of it being like the hole is huge. So instead of that volume coming out, trying to get into my paints, since I do usually work at a smaller scale, like you can, I mean, can you see? Yeah. So, boop, boop, just a tiny, tiny bit. And then you mix it. And this might have been a little too much. I might need to add more paint for this. and you gotta like mix like the poop out of it. It's like when you're baking a cake, when you put the cake powder in like the liquids, and it's just all like floating around in the liquids, and you gotta like beat the shit out of it to make it like a batter and not just liquids with cake particles in it. It's same concept, because paint is mostly the stuff that makes it color. It's like a solid, and then the flow medium itself is the liquid that solid like floats in. I noticed that too. Yellow is anything. It's either thick or chunky. So this particular yellow I feel is just too transparent. Okay, so there's our dark blue. And my other problem is it takes me forever to do anything, and a lot of this is like you're kind of racing against time because everything is drying quickly. Okay, I'm just gonna like... Oh, that one missed completely. Okay, a lot of these other wells have some flow medium in them, so if I need to use those, I can already do that. It'll be a happy accident. Happy accident. Oh, you know what? I just got some of that in the yellow. But when Bob Ross does this, or, well, did this, I suppose, he already had his paints ready. Yeah, it makes sense why now. You don't want, like, a bunch of on-air time just you mixing paints. And now, so, Bob Ross, he used acrylic. Also, didn't our high school teacher tell us to mix it with turpentine? Oh, you know what? I'm not sure. I think I'm, like, my skin reacts weird to turpentine, so I don't know that I've used it that or not. I was thinking about Mr. Cox the other day. I was wondering if he's still doing like teaching. But no, I've been working with a couple of professional artists recently, and I was lamenting my stepmom throwing away a lot of my art that I was really proud of. Particularly that pointillism that I did with the soldier and the little boy. I literally don't remember anything else other than the pots that we made. Which, surprisingly enough, she has the pot I made. That stupid textile pot that I hated. She kept that. She burned everything else though. I don't know. It's just that I've done like a lot of work that's been like lost. So it's like I don't have this for my portfolio. Or how do I tell somebody that I worked a really long time on this thing? Yeah. See, look at how this yellow is reacting. It's just a shitty paint. Or maybe because it's the Liquid-X, it's got some kind of rubber base? I don't know. It looks like mustard. Mustard. But look, all the other one is like liquid, and this is like foamy and frothy. I'm gonna have to get another yellow, I think. This yellow is bunk. Bunk yellow. I think Sanby told us he had that. Mr. Cox was cool. Miss Sonby? I vaguely remember her. I remember we did animations with her. And she's the one that had us draw upside down, right? Which I thought was really stupid at the time, but now that I know like the part of the brain it exercises, it's very clever of her to do that with young kids. It's crazy how much stuff that you think is dumb at the time, and then you like reflect on it. Like when I was in college, I really, really wish I would have taken my anatomy classes way more seriously. I'm like, I'm an artist. I don't need to know this muscle or this and or this. And now guess who is self-conscious about drawing people? Me. I can't draw people because they look really weird. Did we somehow miss our reunion? Like, don't they do high school, like, get back togethers or some dumb crap? I was so sure that our friend Drooby would have said something to me about it. He's still in that area. Booby booby booty boo. Dooby 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 doo. Oh. Yep. Next time, you guys, I'll have this done before I start streaming. This will be part of my stream prep. Maybe there were too many of us. I can't remember if it were like 10 years or 12 years after you graduate that they did a reunion. God, I really only know about them because of TV shows, I feel like. I don't know that any of my friends went to a high school reunion. Oh my goodness. This black is not. I put way too much in this black. That's fine. I don't think we need black really, other than to like tone some color, but just in caseies. That's why I put it over here in the corner. Disgusted. Okay. Now that I think about it, the high school reunions that I see like on TV and stuff, most of those don't end well, or they're always really weird or awkward or bad. You know what I mean? Like there's a reason they're on the TV show. Maybe it's for the best that we don't have a high school reunion. Okay, this well right here has a lot of extra liquid medium. I don't want that to get in the way, so let me go grab a paper towel. And then I guess the first thing I have to figure out is how to get the color for the spires. Okay, I have to move Twitch out of the way. I can still see you guys in chat. You guys are still over here. I'm looking at like I'm like talking to the camera. Anyway, you guys are still over here. I can still see you in chat. I just can't see me anymore. Dang, I don't like that. But I need to see this image while I'm working on it. Cause right where stream is, I have the stupid light. No, it's fine. And then I marked the corners on this sheet so I will know where like the camera visually can see, so that way I'm not like working out a shot. So anyway, so far everything's okay. Mental notes, make palette before next stream. Okay. Oh right, I need to go get the paper towel. ADHD! I'll be right back. I have returned. Oh man. This cardboard thing might not actually be a good idea. Is it my sketchbook? sketchbook's on the floor. Oh my gosh. There's chaos. Chaos everywhere. Sketchbook's on the floor. No, no sketchbook on the floor. Okay. Look, these were my doodles when I was testing the overhead stream. It was literally nothing. Hang on. I don't want my sketchbook to be on the floor. I don't have a good spot for it right in a second. Okay. And little critter. He fell off. He's got to find a new spot too. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's the cardboard has a flap on it. I'm gonna have to cut this piece of flap off. Stupid. It's just stupid. I keep bumping into it with my legs and it's like making me mad. It's moving everything too. Here, move this off so I don't make a mess. Okay, and I can fix it after stream. I'll make it like... It's all janky looking right now. I'll make it straight. Okay. Now, let me fix my keyboard. Let me fix the cardboard. Is it still where it's supposed to be? Yeah. I think we're still spot on. Okay. See, and that's why I do these like test streams, so that way I like next time I'll know what I need to do before I start. Because it's like what? Several minutes in a stream. I haven't even started painting. I'm sure that'll be normal. I'm sure there will be stuff going on. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me on my first art stream. Oh, I looked up how a reunion works once. It's not the school that plans it, it's the graduates. Oh! So maybe it's just that none of us wanted to see each other. Is that it? Okay. So yeah, this tree is mainly brown. I don't have a brown? How do you make brown? Green and yellow is just gonna make more green. Am I gonna need a red? Because it's very distinct brown. That is also, there's a dark green in there too though, so... Huh. I'm gonna go with dark green. And then try to add the brown. Hang on. Do. Oh wait, you know what? We need music. What do most people do? Like Lo-Fi Girl? Yeah, you know what? Let's see, how do I vote? Yeah! Can you guys even hear that? Is that playing through? It looks like it's playing through. Okay, and then on my OBS, I used to have... So, the music that's playing, it's, OC Remix's, like, radio station, and they have a little widget that it'll flash across, like, the top of your screen, and it tells you the song that's playing. Also, if you care, you can go to the website, the radio part or whatever, and you can vote. Like they have like 3 songs in their next docket, and you vote. So, which is fun. I love OC Remix. I've been listening to OC Remix since like high school. Okay, so we're gonna start with green. I'm gonna put this down with green, and it goes. Get out of here. Okay, so well first I have to notice that like my canvas and this canvas is different. So I'll probably be adding on a little. But I know that it stops about here. And this corner's here. And then it goes up. About halfway. Swoop, swoop, swoopy, swoopy, swoopy. The whole point of me studying this, by the way, is so I want to learn, I guess, brush strokes. Oh, hey, it's Sean! It's okay, man. I literally just started painting. Like, this is a test stream for me to, like, iron out the kinks and make sure it works. But, yeah, I literally just started painting because I had to mix my colors, and then there was some other chaos. But, and then it comes, like, whoops, here. I need my line to be a little less. But can you see that line that I just made with the acrylic? That line is like impossible to make with just basic acrylics. That's what I meant when I said that the flow medium, it just changes the game. At least for small details for me. And then it has a partner, little spiky here. And then, oh. I think I have misjudged. I put that line way over there. Okay, and again, it's not about being precise. This is just a study. And then it's also me testing stream. So this stays thin, pretty much. And then it buffs out this way. Right about the same. I feel like I see Twitch trying to tell me it wants to play a stupid ad right when I get into the flow. Twitch. Is that what is it? Adbreak Hansen. Okay. We have an ad in progress. So okay. I think I messed up. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright. Ad snuck up on me. I'm very sorry. I think I figured this out though. So give me just a second, because I wanted to have this. Just in case anybody really wanted it. So, plus... No, cancel. Plus... browser. Sorry, I'm adding something to the stream. This song is bumping. I guess browser. Browser? Okay. Paste? Okie dokie. Yeah, here we go. Lock. Cool. Did that translate? Yeah, it did. Awesome. There you go. If you want to know the song that's playing, it'll pop down in that little menu. Oh, I'm so excited I found it. But yeah, also, if you go to the OC Remix, I guess, radio, it's just rainwave.cc. You can vote. So, anyway, we're back. Wait a minute, okay. You can only draw in pixels. I admire anyone that can straight up draw. It really just takes practice. I am very much adamant about everyone can be an artist if they try. You just got to actually like want to try and have like a growth mindset about it. Because when you first start, it's gonna look like shit. Everybody starts somewhere and it always looks like shit. If everybody says, or if somebody says that you have talent, that's just them not understanding what you went through to get there. I hate the word talent so fucking much. I want people to use skilled. Like, oh, you're so skilled, not you're so talented. Talented implies that you just picked up the brush and you're just like, and then you're Van Gogh. Like, but most people don't understand it takes hundreds of bad drawings to get to one good drawing. Like, people don't see the process. But you, as a person, as an artist, you have to trust that process. Even though, like, you don't really know. Like, you've just got to figure it out. Because everybody's process is different. And it's, I don't know. Art is difficult. It's just difficult. Okay, I'm going to bring this down into a straight line, though. And then build on it. So, from here, I got some kind of branchy thing here. And that looks like a branch, but it's not. It's part of the sky. Okay. So I can only partly see my Twitch overlay because the light I have over here is kind of blocking it. But I'll try to be more on point for when Ad wants to play, so that way nobody misses anything. Just in case something I do have to say is any kind of instructional or inspirational. I want everybody to do art. Even if it's just like shitty little drawings that they keep to themselves in their little dream journal. Like, this should be a skill everyone should be doing just to keep their brain visually creative. Especially now where everything is so like pristine and precise and the computers are doing most of it. Like, people's like hands, the hands-on stuff really needs more attention. Like, that's where your average person is going to be. And it's not just going to be like, there's no like point in this. Like, I'm not trying to sell this. This is just for me. If at anything, it's for me to understand, like, what this guy was doing hundreds of, however many years ago. I don't know anything about it. I mean, I know the history about it. I'm just not good with dates. Not good with dates. My one art teacher would be so proud of me right now. He wanted me to he wanted me to draw with the paint in the paintbrush, my like undersketch, instead of. I'm very much married to my pencil. Like, I need to have an undersketch that I drew with a pencil for it to make sense for me. Like, this is messy. This is so messy for me. But that's the point of this. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. I want to learn. And the only way that you can learn is by doing. doing the thing and making the mistakes and getting messy, and then doing the thing again and making less mistakes and getting less messy. Being too stubborn to give up on yourself. I messed up that curve a little bit, but it's okay. I feel like mine is definitely thicker here on the bottom than his, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Jazz just has to be. This had to have been some kind of tree, right? Like Van Gogh was seeing? Oh my god, one of my cats is going off. I like that he paints with the motion instead of it just being like a solid. At least that's what I'm picking up so far. Like if I were doing this myself, I would have just done the shape, the outline, and then just painted it all in with the color. But it's really not what he's doing here. Which, I don't know, it's cool, it's different. I will say, I do not like being able to see canvas behind stuff, which is another reason I tend to tone my canvas beforehand. So his, like, seeing that tan behind it, it bothers me. Am I still in the shot? Pretty good, yeah. Okay. Whoops, I did blind myself just now. Oh, this was definitely not the right green. I needed to make this darker. Okay. It's like, it's not as crisp. It's like more of a muted green. I imagine he grabbed his paint equipment and walked out to a hill that looked down into the town and saw this. Most definitely, this is a scene. Like, this is a real place that he stood and looked at. I often wonder if he was, like, tripping balls or something, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, I can kind of see it, like, when you're looking at things, like, and the colors start to just mesh together, it's just very similar. You know, I envy this style of, like, painting. Which, that's the other reason that I'm doing this, is because I'm trying to figure out how to spice up my own paintings. Like, or my own art style, I suppose. What do I want to do? I want to make that darker. So, How do I think I want to do this? I'm gonna grab some of this. Some blue, maybe? No, a little bit behind that block. Let's see where we get. This song reminds me of Stardew. See, this is what I was just saying. I shouldn't be mixing in the well. I should be mixing on the thing. See how much different you can tell the color on this versus this. No, it needs to be more brown. Hold on, I'm gonna scoot away. I'm gonna grab my red. Oh. Okay, no, tiniest bit of red. Red's gonna go next to the black. Okay, there we go. Yes, I have my paintbrush in my mouth. What about it? Okay. Definitely looking darker. I feel like it's looking way more purple though. No, this is... a little bit more spot on what I wanted. Okay. Yep, lesson learned, the light cannot... I just touched my face with paint! Okay, the light can't be there anymore, because I've blinded myself twice and now I can't see. I kind of need to see to be able to paint. That's dumb. Also, this paintbrush is too loaded. Hang on. Okay. I'm still blind. I'm so mad. Okay. I feel like this is just turning it black. Well, now I have to do the whole thing with some of this, otherwise it's not going to make sense. Let's see. Okay. Getting big frustrated because I can't see. I have that when you stare at a light for too long or something, that little dot. It's like right in my vision. might have to move the light already. If it's already, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm prone to get those stupid ocular headaches. Or ocular migraine or whatever. Where you see the trippy weird colors all over. I thought I was dying. First time it happened, I thought I was dying. And I was like, oh my god, this is it, you guys. It was so funny. It was so freaking funny. No, it was the first time it ever happened. It was crazy. Never seen visuals like that. It's a bit better. It's still incredibly green. Are you laughing at me? Well, that's the big thing for me, is like when you start seeing shit, like something's wrong with your brain. Like your brain is lying to you. So like with an ocular migraine, it starts really small, but it's almost like something just barely in my vision. Similar to like if you look at a light for too long, it's like there, but it almost looks like a worm. Not really. It's like a circle. But it doesn't start as a circle. It starts as like a small area, and then it starts to go in a circle. And that sounds really stupid, but I don't know how else to explain it. But it's like a wiggly line. It changes colors. It like alternates between a couple of colors. You'll just have to Google it. Google ocular migraine, and then you should see this weird little visual. It's the strangest thing ever. Anything with eyes is scary. That's the other thing, is like anything with eyes, like I need my eyesight. Oh, you know what? So Herc and I were like hanging out with some people the other day, and one of them just so happened to be an eye surgeon, and he was saying that you can just take an eye from like an implant from someone else and put it inside your head socket, and it works. That was poorly explained, but yeah, so like eye transplants are like a huge deal apparently locally. But they just take the donated eye and then put it into the donee, and then it just works. It just works. Like what? Like a computer part? You just look in there, and I'm like, is there any DNA that gets transferred over? Like, are there memories stored in there, or like bad habits? Like what does that entail? And he's like, no. Nothing stored in your eye, just an eyeball. Yeah, plug and play is what he said too. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So I learned that the other day. I'm trying to figure out how to make this stupid brown. I don't have any brown. The red and green made purple. Is it red yellow? Stupid. Okay. Let's see. Take an itty bitty tiny bit of yellow. Take an itty bitty tiny bit of red. Take an itty bitty tiny bit of blue. Sounds Christmassy. What are we listening to? Party in the Snowland. Okay. Okay, well that's looking brown. A little less brown than what I want though. There's a little more blue, a little more green. Oh no, I think the green tainted it. I mean, yeah, but also this color looks like it could be in there, so let's add this color. No. No, I don't like it. Yeah, I did taint it with the green. I need more red. Where's my rag? Always know where your art rag is. Always. And always have a backup. I have two. I don't know where the other one is, which is why you have a backup. Whoops. See, I think I just got paint on my fucking headset. Which I wanted to avoid. They're working under a car. Back in my mechanic days, working under a car had hot coolant dripping my left eye. Ah! Some days purple looks brown. Oh my god. I couldn't imagine. That's not only is that like a burn, it's like a chemical burn. Chemicals do crazy shit to your body. Man, I'm spending so much time on this, whatever this thing is. I really wanted to work on this guy. Okay, this is loaded. I feel like I need to play with the greens a little bit more. Because it's like... Oh, I hate chemical burns. I had a grill cleaner from tutors scar my arm. Ugh! That's no joke. Like when I was in my biology class and he was going over some of the stuff, like it's and what it could do to skin and stuff, like it was crazy. And then he was telling us like a story about some girl. It was like some kind of tinting stuff, and the whole job for the chemical was to tint the inside of the cells and cellular walls so that you can see what's going on. And she like did some kind of henna shit all over her arm. And then she's like, well, when does it wash off? And he was like, it doesn't. You're stained for quite a while. These lines are a bit more deliberate. So, like, the biggest things about this is, like, I wish I could see... I wish I could see what he was seeing as he's doing this. Because, like, you can try to guess why he made these choices as you're putting down the colors. But, like, without his visual reference, you really won't know. Have to be perfect. So now I can't tell if he was using the brown as his like outline. There's one that swoops down here that looks really nice. in his visual reference, he's going to be seeing these colors like laid next to each other. And how they're blending into the scene and everything else. But to me, it's just, oh, there's a color here, there's a color here. But why? You know what I mean? Late evening winter painting outside the elements. Right, but like this thing that he was saying, like I want to know what its actual colors were versus like what he put down on canvas. Could this have been the actual colors, or could he have been limited to just his palette, and that's why he's doing some of these things? Or is this like the shape of the branches that's coming down? Or is this just the way that the colors are sitting? But you won't know that without looking at his actual visual reference. Like, I know it's trees and vegetation. And like I can go like Google a picture of trees and vegetation, but it will always be different from like what he was using. Unless I'm sure that people have like found his spaces, right? Like, it's been long enough. Like, the places that he painted and stuff. Is that swoopy? No, it's swoopy's down. Whoops. See, another thing when you're doing a reference, or working from reference, this is something that my mentor used to say. If you're working from reference, your eyes should be on your reference, like it should be like 80% and then the rest of the percent. Like, it shouldn't be 50-50. You should be studying your reference and looking how things are doing. I feel like I don't do that quite as well as he wanted me to do. But like, if you're not looking at your reference as you continue to work, you are going to start making your own creative decisions versus like where light actually sits, or like where like the line is, or the true shape. Your brain will start filling that in. Where are we now? Castlevania? Yeah. Man, I love OC Remix. I'm so happy that I have like a reason to have them playing in the background right now. I have several of the albums, because some people, they just like do albums for things. There's a lot of Final Fantasy ones. And then there's one with, there's several Mario ones that are really good. That was my mistake in school. What? What was your mistake in school? The reference thing? I feel like this brown is way too dark still. I wonder if I did it this way. Hang on. I shouldn't really be focusing on the colors. Like, that's not what I'm studying. I'm studying technique. I can do another study where I try to study colors. I'm not the best at mixing colors. Like, that's its own technique all on its own, especially when you have a limited palette. When I was in school, they tried to limit you to red, yellow, and blue, and you had to mix, but I really feel like you can't get the right greens. What was I doing? Oh, right. Take this. Some here. Brown? Yellow on my finger. I think I learned from someone who had a master's in art. Hold on. I missed something. No, I didn't. I just have the light. think I learned from someone who had a master's in art not to make solid lines. Learned that the less you do, the more detail you have. Yeah, less is more. Less is more. So it was more fantasy and fill in the gaps rather than doing what I saw. Oh, yeah. So it's like kind of guesstimating work. It's really easy to fall into that habit. I used to be that way too, and then a lot of the times, like, you'll see stuff online where, like, don't use a reference, that's cheating. Bro. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like, when I first started, like, I was like, okay, if you ask someone to draw a horse who has never, ever drawn a horse, what do you think is gonna happen? Do you think they're gonna draw a horse, or do you think they're gonna draw a dog that looks odd? References have been around for eons. Like, cave drawings. My people drew in caves the things they saw, not the things they imagined they saw. I don't know, like, people are wild sometimes. And then there's the whole thing about tracing, and I'm like, bros, do you know the whole history of comic book artists? You realize that, like, most of those artists had, like, reference Bibles of, like, bodies and images and stuff that they had, like, a light pad that they would trace over so that they would have that reference always. Like, for quick, fast art, you need, I don't know, you need stuff like that. Like, you need shortcuts and stuff. I don't know. Hold on, I've got chat. It depicts the view from the east-facing window of the asylum room at St. Remy de Providence, just before, hold on, just before sunrise, with the addition of an imaginary village. Oh, the village is imaginary. Had to look it up. Thanks, Sean. Sean, that sounds cool. And pretty. Yeah, I mean, so, like, probably after stream, I might go look it up, and then next stream I'll have it, just so that we can see what it actually looks like. Because I'm curious. And I was gonna say, that little town is probably what I'm mostly intimidated by. Oh, hold on, let me bring back my reference image. Like, I'm scared to draw that little town. Maybe if I turn the light down, it'll stop bothering me. Hopefully that didn't ruin the stream, but this light is bothering me. Whoops. But you guys, you see how smooth my freaking acrylics are just being put down? Like, it's just so smooth, so silky. The video game reference. So if my colors are darkening because I used that dark green underneath, I'm wondering how he avoided that. Unless he put down the browns first. Oh, ad starts soon. Yeah, see? I almost missed it. Fine. I need something to drink anyway. And I can maybe move away from this tree thing whenever we come back. I do like how this... like, this brown is making it pop more. I think that was my problem, is my colors are too dark. getting what I wanted out of this study? Can't tell yet. Alright, I'm gonna let ad play and run the restroom. I'll be right back. So ad break, ad break. Okay, we're back. Oh, it's Dee Dee! Hi, Dee Dee! Dee Dee, Dee Dee. Hi, Dee Dee. I'm doing an art stream. Look, I'm painting! It's my first art stream, so this is like a test stream. Just to make sure everything works. We already figured out that the light is too close. I turned it down a little bit. I hope that didn't ruin stream, by the way. Let me check. No, it still looks okay. Maybe not. You can't really see the colors that well. But yeah. God, I hate this green. It doesn't matter. We should just move on then. Just wondering how I could make that dark green. Oh my god, I know! We're supposed to be getting so much snow this weekend. My stepdaughter was just asking me, like, if there was stuff that we needed just in case we get snowed in. Which I'm probably gonna make a list. I'm gonna make a list. But yeah, oh god. Not looking forward to that. Well, actually, you know what? I am. I'm so tired of it being cold and not doing anything. Like, it's just teasing us with this snow. And then it's gonna... I hope it snows so much. So what if we took the lighter green and tinted it with the darker green? What? Okay, well, let's see what that does for me. And you know what? No, I don't want to mix it on that palette. I don't know why I'm so, like... I need to be mixing it on that one palette. Because you can see it better, but I'm really stuck in my ways. What are we listening to? This sounds very Disney. No, see, this is still really light. I got this light green for the bushes down here. Maybe, I mean, the other green, it dried so dark. Maybe this isn't that dark. Or light, or whatever. Oh, no, I just ruined it. No? Alright. Let me unload this brush. I have everything I could possibly need if we get snowed in. I got video games out my butt. I'm like heavy working on this diamond painting because I really want to move on to the next one. And I figured out a new like way to do it. It's oh, this is Zelda. That's what we're listening to. That's why it's so majestic. But anyway, I've been like heavy going at that diamond painting. I got the Harry Potter drama, the not live action, the fully voiced. Oh my god, Cheyenne, get your shit together. The fully voice casted Harry Potter series. I'm listening to the third one because it came out recently. They're so good. Oh my god, they're so good. But I'm like a huge Harry Potter fan, so yeah, I can put on my audiobook and just diamond paint. So yeah, he specifically, there's a lot of straight lines through here. Whatever this was. Yeah, this screen is way more on point than that first screen that I did. You can come in here and do this. Um, Lady Flaw. I don't know that you ever got to hear this, but I was able to get like a personal like mentor, like an art mentor for a little while. It was through like an art association, like a local art association here, and they were like doing like an outreach program kind of for broke ass artists, but in a nice way. Like it was a religious based organization. But I met one of their members through school, and they got me in touch with another member who said he wanted to mentor me for free. So I got to excuse me. I got to be mentored by an actual artist, like a legit person. Like legitimate. Like he did portraiture paintings and they were like thousands of dollars to get a painting from this man. And what happened was he like suffered a stroke, I believe. And he couldn't paint as well. So he was teaching me to paint to get back into painting, which is really cool. But anytime I would go to his studio, he was always working on something new. There was like, oh well, I would see like the painting evolve from like basic to like an actual painting. It was awesome. And he had tremors, so when he painted, his hands would shake. So he had some kind of bar that he could stick his hand on to paint. And I was the fact that he didn't let his disability stop him, the fact that he figured out how to adapt, that was huge to me. Like that was really like wow, that's super cool, you know? And you know what? I'm not a very religious kind of person, but his whole deal was that he wanted to like buy his way into heaven by passing along his art, like his craft, if that makes sense. And that's pretty honorable. You know what? That's super noble. I love that. I loved that man. I really wish I would have gotten more time with him. He passed away several years ago. But I will take what he taught me forever. And now I have like I've already wanted to teach art, but I have like a new determination to do so because of that. Like I want to pass on what he did for me, if that makes sense. So bros, I think I'm done with this tree. I'm ready to move on from this tree. I think it needs a little bit more of the darker definition. Because right now it looks a little bland. I don't know if you guys can see it. The colors or whatever. Looking a little bland right now. Hold on, I can have chat. What do you mean fully voice cast? Oh. Girl! It means like every character has a voice. So like Hugh Lowry is Dumbledore. He does an amazing Dumbledore. And then Matt Berry is in the third one, and he's one of the paintings. And I was disappointed when I found out that he was going to be a painting. I was like, that's a waste of Matt Berry's wonderful voice. But he is an awesome painting, and he does a fantastic job. It's just so good. It's so good. It's so good. I almost stuck my pencil or my God. I almost stuck my paintbrush in my coffee. Nice, good job, me. Wouldn't be the first. I'm sure it's not the last. Oh, you keep trying to get me to become I don't want to be an actual art teacher. I want to be an artist, and then I want to retire, and then I want to teach art. Or my dumb, like, the dream thing that I had, where I have, like, the, you know how, like the Xavier School of Gifted Mutants, but instead it's, like, Wolf's School of Semi-Gifted Artists? If that makes sense. I wanted to have, like, an orphanage or whatever. But, like, focus on art kids. And make them artists. That's obviously, like, a fever pipe dream, but... The Wolf School of Burnout to make art good. I know you didn't have the good thing, but it sounds like a Zoolander, very Zoolander thing. I love that. I love that so much. Oh man. Me and my army of burnouts just take over the entertainment world with our art. Oops. I don't know what we're listening to right now, but it's pretty epic. Epic. Guys, I think I focused on this tree way too long. I did not want to focus on this tree. I wanted to do this guy. Because everybody wants to do this guy. I have enjoyed doing this tree thing. I'm gonna guess tree because it's green and brown. Okay. Definitely didn't get the colors right, but you know what? Oh, this has gotta be Mega Man or something. Oh, Breath of Fire 2? Okay. And if I will obviously try to keep on with my art streams. Oh, I went and looked up a cypress tree. I see what he was looking at. It is a tree then. Okay, okay, hang on. Let me Google cypress tree. And I promise I'll move away from the tree. Okay, hold on. See, my keyboard is here, my mouse is here. I'm literally at my desk, and I don't like this. I thought I would have some other kind of setup for the art thing, but it's not going to work the way that I wanted it to. Because I have a separate little desk over on the side here, but the web camera I have isn't going to, like, you won't be able to see it. Or I would be in front of it, and I want you to see, I would rather you see my art and not me. Because you can see me when I do my, like, gaming streams or whatever. What was I doing? Cypress tree? Right? I was looking up. Yeah, cypress trees. CYP. Oh man, there's gotta be different types of cypress trees because it's just, yeah, it's showing me all of them. I like this tree in the water. Lonely tree. Okay, I'm on OC Remix. I'm gonna vote. What should we vote for? We'll vote for the one that's requested. Choose your destiny. Oh, there's a curvy one coming up. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. The tall, skinny ones. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I was seeing the ones in the water a lot. Alright. Now what? I guess we should do these cute little bushes. Where did Oh, here it is. Or I would do the bushes last, right? I would do the landscape and then the bushes. Okay, well I specifically want to do the sky. But in order to do the sky, I think I'm gonna have to do the land. No, I won't have to do landscape. Oh yeah, it's the melee! I love this song, it's so cute. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, well, this is a lighter blue mixed in with a little bit of darker blue and a little bit of yellow. So what he doesn't do, which is something that I feel like I have to do. I don't have to, but he doesn't... Man, I don't know. Where's the white? Didn't I get white? I just got this little tan? I didn't get white. All the colors in my arsenal are over here now, I think, other than two. I don't have many. Okay. Alright, so then this little bit of blue here, like this color, and the white. Alright, let me unload the brush. God, I haven't played Melee in so long. I haven't played any Smash in a long time. And I'm like, I don't have anybody to play with. But you know what? I didn't need anybody to play with back then. I just played. Okay, so I specifically want to do this. So I'm going to. This little negative space. Whoop. I'm feeling like I shouldn't have changed brushes. That other brush was perfect for this too. Where'd it go? No. Feel like that is not the right color either. Ugh. And then now I'm thinking all my colors aren't going to look right because he's got that tan coming through. And I won't have that same color. Yeah, this pretty much looks the exact same. this little swoopy bit starts here, so... Go ahead and isolate this. Even though that's not what he did. Oh yeah, my placement on this is way off. This needs to be way down and over a little more. Now that we're getting to this. So, I guess we'll wing it. So it does comes up. And it'll have this little swoopy bit here. That's too high, I feel like. I need, because the sun is gonna be the sun. Oh my god, the moon? The opposite of the sun? No, it's fine. Over here. And then the rest comes swoopy out. Okay. Okay. So it does shoot. It comes out from here, yeah. And so the base is still the same color. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, where'd that other brush go? Blah, 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 blah. And then you beat the devil out of it. Oh, no, it still has paint all over it. I didn't do that properly at all. I already have paint in my hair. It's like, his colors are way more muted than my colors are. My colors are so fucking bright, it seems. Here, how do I do this? This. A little white. Oh, thanks for the sub! Thank you for the sub. Didn't hear my sound go off. My little tea bag happened. I missed the tea bag. Yeah, we're 50% of our goal. Is that accurate? Yeah, it is. It is. I'm at 5. Yeah, halfway there. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. His tree is definitely more densely wooded in browns. Okay. And it could be his limited palette, or it could be like you saw, I had a hard time just mixing colors. I would like to doubt that a master such as himself would have a hard time mixing colors, but... Boop, 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 boop. I am trying to do this a little more fast because my colors are starting to dry a bit, and we're running out of time. I'm obviously not going to finish this study on stream today, unfortunately. But I got a hype train. Oh, cool! I don't know what that is or how that happened, but yeah, hype train. Let's go. My first hype train? Nice. Sound off for that one. Specifically today, I wanted just to make sure that this was going to work out, because this is probably what I'm going to be doing on Thursdays. I wanted to do it on Wednesdays, but I think trying to do 3 days a week streaming is going to be too much for me with everything else I have going on. As much as I would love to, maybe soon after my situation changes, but right now I need time for like my small business, my other stuff, the house, you know. But I do want to do, I want to do art streams more. So, oh, thanks, Sean. Dang, now we're at 6? Is that why the hype train started? I have to look that up too. I'm not really sure what that is. Okay, he does have that yellow, and it's almost like a lime green yellow. Hydrate. I have my coffee here. I'll drink my coffee. Yeah, thanks. Not really hydrating, but I don't have my water with me. Alright, let's try this then. I really hate this yellow. I hate this yellow so much. I don't know if you guys can even see me doing this. Okay, that's green, and then take the blue I've been working with. That's way more green than it needs to be, but give me some more yellow. Dang, this is still like lime ass green. And I just took, like, straight up took the yellow and just like. That's a little better, I guess. Oh, this yellow sucks. This yellow sucks. Coffee is bean water. My coffee emoji. I don't know if you were around when I was talking about it, but Ladyfly made all my emotes and emojis and stuff. Although they need to be updated, but alright. The smaller brush, I think, for this. And like a couple here. Oh, my yellow is definitely my yellow. Excuse me. I wish I could do that. I need practice and a good tablet. Practice is always key. Like, I always tell people practice, practice, practice. Like, I know that that's like, you get tired of hearing it, but it really is like, that's like the key. That's the key to success. Talent is just accumulated practice. I hate that word. I hate that word talent. I hate it so much. I hate that green. I hate that green color. I think what's throwing me off is that it's not that pasty white or whatever. Brush? No, it's not. It's that little brush still. Okay, so the same. I'm going over those. I'm just going over them. I think I hate them. We'll redo them. I'll make a better yellow. That's not lime-ass green. Oh, this doesn't matter because this is part of the other color. The village or whatever. Okay. Oh, I don't like this color either. Okay, hold on, let me blend this out. Add the same color to the other side so it's not dumb. That's what I get for. I wasn't looking anymore, I was just doing. Okay. For this to work for me, I'm going to have to do the mountains. And then, I don't know, like a mock little village. If I wanted to start with the sky, I should have started with the sky, I think. Or started up and then worked my way down. Oh, right, I vaguely remember, I feel like I put too much flow medium in this, and I needed more to thin it out, or to make it thicker or whatever, but they should be fine. They should be fine. No, it's not fine. It needs to be thicker. This is a good visual, if you can see it, a visual example of, you see how thin it is on top of the other colors? That's because it's got too much of the flow medium. So there's too much liquid per particle in the liquid, if that makes sense. to mix these. It wasn't this. Okay. Unload the brush. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Bean water. Alright. Try this again. It's a little better. It's still a little thin. No, Ad's trying to play. Ad, go away. Working on mountains. Alright. Ad's making me nervous, so I'm gonna let Ad play. I'm gonna go get some more coffee. Think about my life choices. Anyway, ad break, ad break, ad break. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm back. Oh Sean, I am AFK, cleaning and cooking. Save scum, don't die. I didn't get more coffee. I got Dr. Pepper. So there is no more coffee in the thingy. Anyway. I wish this was thicker. It's fine because I'll just do the line in the end. This is just for the shape. I like this mountain. Definitely curls down like this. Got the wrong angle on this, it looks like. Okie dokie. Whoops. Oh, excuse me. Gross. Taken some liberties with the shapes, mainly because what did I just do? Did I just mess that up? Well, my canvas isn't quite the same size. Definitely messed this one up because this goes way further. This is darker than my dark color. This goes straight though. listening to? Lost Odyssey. Interesting. I vaguely remember that one. I feel like I may have played it once or twice. Not anything significant, obviously. Okay, and then... here, it looks like. Definitely not the right color. Where did I just stop? Okay. It's not at all right. I mean, it kind of looks like it underneath. Bro, what happened? There wasn't any paint on that brush. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. So, I think from this exercise, one of the things that I've figured out that I need to work on is color mixing. Like, figuring out the proper colors for things and how to get certain colors. Is this Kirby or Yoshi? Hang on, let me look. Looks kind of close. A little darker. I get to look. It is Yoshi. Good. I was like, this is a song from my childhood. Oh, wait. Sir and lady, if you guys are still hanging out, the other cool thing about OC Remix's music is that it's all DCM free, whatever. It's all like, you can use it for streams and stuff. So you shouldn't be hit with like, you know, copyright strikes or whatever. What is happening?
Most of us don't know the different. But what I'm going to do today is
That's kind of close.
with the Afro-Cuban. That's right.
That'd be nice. I've been having trouble finding songs to use. Right? It's really, it's like frustrating trying to have to look everything up. So that's why, like, when I first started doing like stuff with music, I don't use music much for my gaming streams, but when I first started, I tried. This was my go-to because it's just easy. They change the songs for you. Some people like to vote. And it's video game music. You can't go wrong with that. I very rarely find a song on there I don't like. Usually if it's got lyrics to it, I don't like it. I like my video game music. You know, video gamey.
And then when we do the Afro-Cuban, I'm going to go
Is this Animal Crossing?
to my town.
Here. Okay, it looks like it's just right here. This color exists.
Now we'll go back.
I feel like it takes me forever to do anything. I would like to be a faster painter. But to be a faster painter, you have to pay more, so. Painter. Oops. Got water on stuff that didn't need water. Okay, and then take some of this. Why'd I go silent? All right. So like they're not scratchy. They're like deliberate lines. Oh, that one went too far down. I feel like this is not the right color. It's also still really thin. See how it's like thinned out? I don't like that. It's too thin. For what I'm trying to do. feel like this is wrong. Wrong color. But Tamagotchi needs me. It's okay, Tama. I'm gonna be doing this for a little bit longer. And I don't know about this brush. So what kind of brush was he using? I always assumed it was something small since you could see the strokes, which is another thing that you usually can't see my strokes, which is... I like seeing the strokes. It's very arty. It's also not the right color. The line is too thick. Oh, got paint in my hair again. There's no fixing that line. Moving on then. I think it's just because of how thin the paint is. I don't know that I'm gonna get the lines that I want with this. It might not be the lines I wanted, but it's blending really nicely. Which, not usually something I can achieve like this. Oops. Okay. Unload the brush again. Okay, let's try this again. I have a feeling he did it all in one stroke. Like this. Okay. Except for that stroke near the top, but... Oh, hi little dog, you gotta go potty? Alright, I'm almost done with my thing, so... I just wanted to play around with a couple things real fast. Some crazy rock happening right now? What's going on? Oh, Wolfenstein. That would make sense, I suppose. Alright. I guess that's gonna be it for me today. Not super happy with where we are. I did learn some things. I learned mostly about what not to do for this stream. Or this kind of stream, I suppose. Ugh. Thanks for hanging out with me until the end, though. And the last thing I guess I want to share with you guys is today's, affirmation calendar thing. So, here you go. It's cute. Okay, well, I hope everybody has a great day. Hopefully I'll see everybody on Thursday. I have a huge mess to clean up right now. But yeah, thanks again for hanging out with me to the end. Hopefully, hold on, Wolfenstein. It says too intense for my goodbye. But, I mean, nah. I kind of get I kind of get it. I'll need to tackle this again in a different way. But yeah, I probably need to play around with mixing my colors. You guys see my palette? It looks insane right now. But not any of the colors that I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing different colors than what's on my palette, and it's frustrating me. That's so frustrating. I spent forever with this tree thing, but you know what? That's kind of where I learned a lot of this. So, it's working. I might keep going with this one. I might scrap this one and start over. The whole point of this was... So, you want this one when I'm done? No. Let me do a real one. This was just a study. I wasn't gonna finish it. I'm just playing around with it. Ugh. But I can try to make you one. Anyway, we'll talk about it. I don't know about this one, but I'd love to make you one. At least one that looks better. Maybe on a bigger canvas, but maybe not. I don't know. These little canvases are okay. But yeah, I need to play around with colors some more. But yeah, again, thanks for hanging out with me to the end, and I'll see everybody on Thursday, hopefully with a new game. Bye, everybody. Bye.